Hey, what's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. About to react to this vid by Dupli. This is I Miss the Old. People are always saying that. I miss the old Kanye. I miss the old Drake. I miss the old YouTube. I miss the old this. I miss the old. The old is gone, okay? It's not here no more. Shut your ass up and adjust, okay? Life is about adapting. Things can't stay the same. Get with it or get lost. You feel me? Anyway, let's see what he has to say. Let's watch.
I hate the new Kanye. The bad mood Kanye. The always rude Kanye. Spazzing the news Kanye. I miss the sweet Kanye. Chop up the beast Kanye. I gotta say, at that time I like to meet Kanye. See, I invented Kanye. It wasn't any Kanye's. And now I look around and there's so many Kanye's. I used to love Kanye. I used to love Kanye.
Oh, look at baby Cardi.
There can be several reasons you may remember older music more fondly than you do current music. Maybe you were just happier back then. Maybe you were exposed to less music, so you thought that album you heard was mind-blowing and out of this world. Maybe you were just blinded by the hype or the hate train. Maybe you felt a connection with a certain artist you just don't feel anymore. I could keep going, but the only conclusion we are led to is that it's incredibly hard for an individual to objectively judge an older work of art, considering all of these factors
all of their bias.
Unfortunately, fans often can't recognize their bias, and consequently, they resort to telling artists to bring back the old sound.
Why spell shit like that?
I miss the old Kanye. What happened to 2016 Uzi? It poses sort of a difficult question. Do you try to please your fans, or do you ignore their pleas completely?
Them.
And this decision may be much harder than it sounds, because at the end of the day, fans are the ones streaming your music, buying your merch, and
But they don't know what the fuck they talking about, or they don't know what they want. Like, if you start going back to your old sound, then everybody's gonna complain and be like, oh, this is the same shit. Damn, when you gonna evolve and do something different, I need something else. Or if you try to switch it up, they like, oh, what is this? This is something new. I don't like it. Go back to the old shit. Like, either way, people are going to complain because they just complain. So you have to just focus and do what you want.
Basically feeding you and your family. So,
and if it's good, they gonna fuck with it.
Them what they want. This is why fans don't know what they want. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That. They don't. Fans,
y'all be denying my ability.
Don't even have a surface level understanding of why they like certain. And that's okay, because they don't need to. They just think, well, hey, I liked this style 2 years ago, so I want more of that style. When in reality, you don't. Because if you get what you want, you're gonna get bored and lose interest. And I'm sure the artist too doesn't want to be doing the same thing they were doing years earlier. So if they cave into their fans' demands, it's really a lose-lose. Like, in this situation, no matter how you put it, evolution is for the best.
And when people go back, that is the grossest fucking thing. Move forward. Get what you're into for real. I'm gonna go back to the old shit because that's what they want. Fuck what they want. Give them what you want.
Let's just take a quick look at all of the artists who have switched styles successfully just in this past decade. Kanye, Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick, they pretty much switch up their style with every album. Lil Durk is a rapper who recognized the next wave before it got really popular and managed to transition from drill to trap effortlessly. And look at him now, 10 years into his career, bigger than he ever was. Even
10 years.
I know a lot of you on the channel hate him, but him switching to pop punk was a huge success. Because let's be honest, his rap career wasn't going anywhere. I was genuinely shocked to find out MGK is selling 100K first week. Like, whoa, where did that come from? A more recent example is even Trippie Redd with his Hyperpop album. This wasn't that much of a switch up, but it was still really successful, with Trippie Redd selling 80K first week. And the best example, in my opinion, XXXTentacion, rest in peace. He completely changed his sound. You would think people who bump screamo rap wouldn't get down with sad folky music, but no, it made him like.
I really hope this Travis Scott instrumental in the back is too low for copyright to detect, brother.
10 times more popular. That wasn't even like a smooth transition. That was a drastic ass change, and it still worked. And that just proves that if you want to sell your art, you have to sell yourself first. Pause. But this is what X did so well. If people get down with you as a person, they are easily going to connect with your artistic expression. Because in a way, that's an extension of you. And people like you. Cardi's Hold On Red is the perfect example, which shows us the reception may not always be positive at first. But if the music is good, or just bold in general, fans are eventually going to come around on it. Like, even though people did call him trash and garbage and
people hated the album at first.
Whole Lotta Red was the worst album of all time. Notice how the switch up paid off, because Cardi's as big
don't know
now
what
as
they
he
want.
ever was. And if we compare that to someone like a Lil Uzi, who played it safe with his Eternal Take, and I forgot what the other album was even called. It's not memorable at all. With those two albums, he gave the fans, quote unquote, exactly what they wanted. Everyone was happy, everyone was satisfied, no one was calling him mid. But those same people now are saying, you fell off. Why be better? So yeah, fans have no clue what the fuck they want. Like, for him, pleasing the fans wasn't a good long-term decision at all. Because let's be honest, Lil Uzi is not nearly as popular now as he was 2 years ago. And it's sad to see him still in that mindset.
I don't agree with that. I don't know, maybe I'm out of touch, but I feel like he's still pretty popular. No? I feel like he's still selling well and doing really well. I don't feel like he's fell off to any degree, personally, and I feel like he definitely has switched his sound up quite a bit. I Just Wanna Rock is not a typical sound from him. So I don't know if I agree with that, but y'all let me know. I could be wrong.
Next year is gonna be just like 2016. Like, bro, stop.
The only advice I would have would be to not listen to anyone and to...
Brother, we know you're not listening to nobody. Because you didn't listen to nobody about what to do with this hair. I'm gonna let you
do what you love, and to make things that you love, whatever it is. Be the audience. Make the thing for you the audience. It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. You can't make art for someone else. You can't make art with someone else in mind. I don't believe it can be good.
But that's just viewing it from an artistic point of view. Let's just take a look at it strictly from a business perspective. So if you're an artist and you recognize that you've pretty much explored all you could within one genre, realizing that's as big as you're gonna get doing what you're doing, it's logical to explore other sounds and expand your audience while doing so. Someone like a Drake is fully aware of this. And he's pretty much mastered the art of exploring other genres. While you know he isn't gonna do anything crazy with those styles, his talent level is high enough to the point where he can cover all the basic requirements to sound good on a Spanish cut, on a reggaeton song, on a drill song. The more people can identify with you, the bigger your audience gets, which translates to you lasting longer in the industry. Like, Drake is not thinking, how can I make the best song? But rather, how can I grow my audience? Which is why he's as big as he is now. And that's why I think a lot of people are starting to dislike Drake, because they recognize he prioritizes business over artistry. And the only reason that's gotten him so far is because he already had one foot in the pop music world and the necessary skill set to step into other genres. And also, he was pretty accessible, so pretty much anybody could identify with him. For someone like a Lil Baby, on the contrary, yes, he doesn't have the same skill set or the marketability to drastically change styles like Drake does, but still, I think him releasing another trap album would be redundant and surely wouldn't push him forward in any way, because he's pretty much accomplished all he could doing what he's doing. There's no more room for him to grow. People will eventually get bored. Like, you can't
I hear his latest album, people won't really fuck with like that.
Retain the same level of relevance. This rule doesn't just apply to artists. We can pretty much apply this in any industry. If we talk about content creators, I want to use KSI as an example. I'm old enough to remember when people were saying, we want the old KSI. This new KSI is garbage. And they were saying that back in 2015.
What is the old KSI?
7 years ago. Just imagine, if you listen to those people, do you think he would be where he's at right now?
Period. Killing
Instead, he did what he wanted to do. These YouTube videos are getting kind of boring. Boom! Dropped a movie. I don't know, KSI, that movie was kind of ass. I'm a rapper now. Nah, JJ, we really aren't feeling the music that much. Boom! I box now. I'm a boxer. I fight for a living. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You would go insane doing the same formula in the same shit for 5 years. No sane artist or creator of any kind would do that voluntarily. So just follow your instincts and explore other things. Shout out to Joji because he went from content creating to music industry, switched it up, and look at him now. Look at him fucking now. The fans are always 20 steps behind. And just look at the ones who never fucking changed. Where are they at now? Fucking nowhere. Irrelevant. And in contrast, how many unsuccessful switch-ups have we seen recently? Like, let's be honest. I guess you could say Kid Cudi with Speeding Bullet to Heaven, but was that really unsuccessful when you think about it? Cudi is as popular now as he ever was. And hell, if that album wasn't as polarizing as it was, who knows if he would be in the same position. Now, the only negative I can imagine coming from this is OG fans, day ones, feeling alienated. But in my opinion, that's a small price to pay. And that's
y'all better get with
if
it.
they are such day one
change.
OG fans, maybe they should be the ones finding merit in your new stuff. If they really get down with you like that. But in any case, that's much better than putting out the same song or the same content over and over and putting your audience to sleep.
Damn. Wow, this was really well said. I agree with him for the most part. I definitely think that artists should switch things up and they should evolve and experiment with different sounds because that's how you're going to reach a broader audience. Look at Beyonce. She just dropped this house album that is nothing like her previous music. And a lot of people fucked with it. Some people didn't, but most people did, and it was really successful. I was one of those people who didn't really care for it. I still don't. I mean, it grew on me a little bit, but it's still my least favorite Beyonce album by far. But I understand that it's okay for artists to experiment with their sound. It's the best thing for them to do, you know, as an artist and, you know, business-wise. So I respect it. You know, it's not for me. But, hey, do your thing. I'm not going to talk down on you about it and be like, oh, this is stupid. Why would you do this? This is a bad idea. I'm not going to say that because I understand that it is healthy to evolve. Same thing with The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. But this 80s sound that he's had on his most recent projects, I don't fuck with. And I've listened to every single song on the albums. I'm trying to like it, but I'm like, this sound isn't for me. But I understand he needs to experiment with his sound. He's reaching a wider audience, and it's working for him. He's successful. So I respect that. It is what it is. I just have to accept that these artists are evolving. They're changing. And I either have to adapt and continue to listen to their music, or I can listen to somebody else. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to condemn them for it, though. Change is necessary. It is the only thing that is constant in life. It's change. So it is what it is. This was a good video. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.